Hello everybody and welcome to our video class on family memory digitization. My name is Sam, I'm the tech librarian here, and I'll be walking you through an overview of the equipment we have at the Franklin Public Library, as well as what all goes into using the digitization equipment, as well as how to get started and how to book an appointment to learn how to use the equipment and start digitizing. Alright, so what is family memory digitization? So digitization takes your family memories that are in analog format, so photos, VHS tapes, slides, and film negative strips, and turns them into a digital file. And we have two different types of transfers. We have VIDBOX VHS transfer and an EPSON photo scanner. Our equipment can be used to make copies of photos, slides, film negatives, and documents in a digital photo file, and convert your home VHS videos into a digital movie file. However, our equipment cannot be used to make copies of any copyrighted photos or videos, duplicate any illegal content, or be used for any other illegal purposes. So nothing that was commercially produced or copyrighted can be transferred. So if you have shows that you taped or commercially produced VHS tapes, you cannot transfer those with our equipment. It's only meant for things that you own that are your family memories. Time needed is one of the biggest considerations when thinking about doing digitization. VHS to DVD transfer is a 1-to-1 copy ratio. That means a 60-minute VHS tape will take 60 minutes to convert. There's no way to speed that up. The scanner also takes a minute or two per scan from start to finish, which means that scanning photos, slides, or negatives will take quite a long time if you have a lot to do. So if you have a lot of media to convert, I would consider what you really want converted and do that work first and space it out. The next consideration is condition of materials. VHS to DVD transfer can only copy the condition of the VHS. It cannot improve it. If it's fuzzy, if the sound goes in or out, that's how it is, and that's how the digital file will be. The scanner can scan slides, negatives, and photos in their current condition, and it can make some corrections, such as brightening the background, doing some color correction, but if you want professional corrections to fix tears, do color restoration, things like that, you are better off going to a professional. So the bottom line, the condition of your materials will determine the quality of the digital copy. There's some things that we can do, but it will most often be the same quality. Another consideration is storage space. So all these digital files that you're creating need to be stored somewhere. I recommend using a USB drive, which are also called flash drives, zip drives, or thumb drives, or an external memory drive. They're affordable and can come in a range of capacities. Just doing some basic looking online, a 128 gigabyte drive will cost about $20 and will be more than enough space for any project. These are some rough translations I have up here. Videos take about 1 gigabyte for 20 minutes of video, and pictures take about 1 gigabyte for 500 photos. That will change depending on the quality of the scan. If you want a higher resolution, it'll increase the storage space. But that's a rough estimate. So having that 120 gigabyte drive should be more than enough for any project. Video files do take up much more space than image files. So if you have videos, I would recommend getting a larger drive. If you only have pictures, you can get a smaller drive. But again, the cost of these are all pretty low. For about $20, you can get something that will be more than enough space. I also recommend to always have a second drive as a backup, so if you lose or damage your USB drive, you won't lose all of your hard work. We do not save anything on our computer. It erases everything once we shut it down. That's a privacy thing. We don't want anyone else seeing what you are working on. So if you lose your USB and don't have it backed up, we don't back it up either, and you will have to start from scratch. So I always recommend getting a second drive and just transferring everything over as you do it. So now we'll talk about our VHS to digital video transfer. I've been saying VHS to DVD, but what it really does is it converts your home videos on VHS to a digital file. This file can then be saved on a USB flash drive, uploaded to a cloud storage service, or burned onto a DVD. The copy ratio, again, is 1:1. That means for every hour of your tape, it takes 1 hour to copy. And again, the service is only for home videos that are recorded. You cannot copy videos you purchased or videos you recorded from TV. We have the VIDBOX video conversion equipment here. It can convert video and audio, but we're going to be doing the video stuff today. So you will click right on the video box. The next step is to select cable connection. We use RCA composite, and it should be attached right when you get here. So you can just click the next arrow in the bottom right. You can set your recording time up to a maximum of 3 hours. You can also set it to shut off if you know when the tape ends. Additionally, most DVDs only store up to 2 hours of space. So if you have the plan to burn it onto DVDs, I recommend you cut it off at 2 hours. If the tape goes past that, you can stop it and do another recording. Otherwise, it's just more difficult to get it on those DVDs. Here you can also set the save location directly to your USB, so you have the digital file saved directly. This next screen, you will see a box. The picture of the lake is a placeholder for your preview, so you can actually watch and listen to the tape as you record it. You can enter a video file name, set the aspect ratio, hit record, and then press play on the VCR, and it will start recording. When you're finished, you click where it says stop. Once you click stop, it will go to a review and publish screen. Here you can open the file location, which should be set to your USB drive. You can convert it to an MP4 format, which is a more universal format for videos, or you can burn it to a DVD. Because we save it straight to your flash drive, you can always come back later to convert to MP4 or burn to a DVD at a later date. It will save on your flash drive as a WMV file. But again, you can always come back once you have that digital file created and then either convert it or burn it to a DVD. Moving on to our EPSON scanner. Creates a digital file of photos, slides, or film negatives. Photos you can scan as many as you can fit on the flat top scanner, and it creates a separate image file for each photo, so it senses the borders and identifies that as a photo. Slides you can scan up to 4 at one time, and film negatives you can scan up to 2 negative strips at once. Again, it identifies each individual slide or image on the negative and creates a high-quality scan. I recommend using the full auto mode. This is the default setting, mostly because it scans printed photos, documents, and film strips and color-positive slides. All you have to do is press the scan button, and it does all the work for you. If you want to do more settings, you can move to professional mode. Here, you can scan if you have black and white slides or negatives, and you can control the customizability a lot more. You can set the resolution, you can select color restoration, backlight correction, and other options. This mode is perfectly fine to use. It's just a little bit more work for you compared to the full auto mode. Here I scanned some bookmarks that we had at the library. I laid them all down on our scanner bed and hit scan, and as you can see, it identified it as 3 separate bookmarks, took their outlines, and made a scan of each. So this is exactly what it will do with your photos, slides, or film negatives. So how do you get started? First, make a plan. Determine what you'll digitize, if you're going to do everything or just some things, when you want to be finished, and if you'll be sharing the files. If you're planning to get this done for a wedding anniversary, a birthday present, or some other timeline, you want to be as organized as possible to get exactly what you want done in time. If you're going to be sharing the files, do you want to share them on a different USB stick? Do you want to share them through a cloud service? Or do you want to burn them onto a DVD? Getting organized is the best way, and you can organize it any way that makes sense to you. You can organize it by season, event, timeline, and physically sorting your media before you start will help you sort it digitally. You want to be able to find everything and group images or VHS tapes together, and that way you can organize your media so all the things that belong together are together. And doing that with the physical media first helps when you scan it. So you want to prepare all your essentials. Number 1 is your media, any photos, slides, negatives, and VHS tapes. You also want a place to store your digital files. Again, we recommend using a USB flash drive or removable hard drive. And third, you want a backup storage. Always back your files up on a second drive so you don't lose everything if you lose that drive. If you want to burn those movies onto DVDs, that is optional as well. So what's the next step? If you want to progress, you can book an appointment, and you can email me at sam.molzon@mcfls.org. At your appointment, bring the media you want to transfer and a storage device. And again, have it organized and ready to go so we can get started and have a great experience. Thanks for watching today, and I hope to hear from you soon.